So my girlfriend and I went hiking this January on top of snow-covered mountain ranges. We made some unreal memories, the kind that make you stop and just stare. But then things didn't exactly go according to plan. There's a feeling in me that I could fall any moment. I think it's wrong decision. One of our tires is broken. I ended up in the closest thing to a life-threatening situation I ever faced in nature. Maybe it was luck, maybe it was just plain stupidity, but I survived and I learned my lesson. And here's how it all went down. It's sunrise. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. today, which is half an hour later than we planned. I rushed through my morning routine, grabbed a quick slice of pizza, and jumped into the car, knowing that we had a long 10-hour hike ahead of us. It was 8 a.m. when we hit the road towards Squamish, where the hiking trail was located. It was only about an hour and a half drive from our place, so it wasn't too far. We made one quick stop on the way to grab the tire chains Kate had found on Marketplace the night before. At first, I didn't think we would need them, but later on, I realized that it was the right decision. The weather has been good to us since we checked the forecast a week ago. There is always something mesmerizing about driving through this winding road, no matter how many times we passed it before. It's like this view, this nature, this vibe. It is something that could only belong to Western Canada. Because I live here for such a long time, sometimes I forgot to just, appreciate that we live in a very peaceful, beautiful, nature surrounded place, and it's not everyone can access to these beautiful resources all the time. Wow, so beautiful nature. Our tire, do you know how to replace it? One of our tires is broken. Oh my goodness. Shit. The tire broke out of nowhere just 5 minutes before we got to the trailhead. Our first reaction was to check the extra tire in the trunk to see if we could replace it ourselves. But we didn't even have a jack. So good that we broke a tire right next to this house, and Kate is coming there to ask for help. I hope somebody can help us. She's walking so gently. Maybe everything is okay. Some good neighborhood helped us. We are so lucky. The neighbor brought this air pumper to help this, but we have a big hole right here. So the car is temporarily fixed because the neighbor helped us to fill up the hole, so then we can drive for a short time to the Canadian Tire so we can replace the tire. However, he helped us a lot and he's such a good guy. And you know what? He's Ukrainian too. It's like we just have like 15 minutes to get to the top of the mountain, right?
Almost there. Suddenly
It's popped. And it happened so fast. I told Kate that life is so interesting. It doesn't want us to have like a smooth story. It needs to have some like ups and downs.
But it's so cool.
It is so cool. Describe.
We are here at Canadian Tire.
We gotta go to another place because they don't accept walk-in. They accept appointment and we don't have appointment. So now we are going to a different place to fix the tire. We're supposed to be at the hiking destination 1 hour ago, but because of the accident, we are still on the way, enjoying the sunshine.
Second car tire.
20 minutes, half an hour.
Car is now fixed. We are finished. Oh my god, so beautiful road.
I'm heading to some bakery because I want to buy something for the Ukrainian guy who helped us in the beginning with the tire. So here we are at the bakery.
After spending 2.5 hours fixing the tire, we are now ready to head back to the trail.
Okay, so past this point, you must have the chains to go forward because I read the reviews that it said it's super icy on top of the mountain, so we're gonna put on the chains.
We were glad we grabbed the chains in the morning. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to drive forward. It was our first time putting chains on tires and we were pretty clumsy at first. It took us an extra hour to get everything together.
Are you ready? Ready.
Oh, we are already here finally. It took us like 1 hour just to put on the chains on the car because this is also our first time to do it. And we are here at the parking in entrance. We are here at Garibaldi Provincial Park. The trail is expected to be 8 to 10 hours, 22 kilometers. Cannot believe it. We're gonna do 10-hour hike, 8-hour hiking. You like it?
Yeah.
Our way to go. Oh, pretty snowy though.
At 1:45, we finally started the hike. It was my first time doing such a long hike in snowy conditions, and honestly, I didn't really know what to expect other than the fact that it was going to be cold out there. Our plan was just to follow the trail and finish the hike in one day, there and back, even if we got back a little bit late.
No one's here. I don't see anyone but us. Two of us. Our little lunch. We have cake with pork fluff. Super good. I bought it in TNT Asian market. It's so much better. Still warm.
I can see you as a child.
Lemon green tea. Hot.
The river gives us every good thing, and then it takes it all.
This winter, it didn't snow in our city, and Kate told me she really missed seeing the snow. That's actually why we planned this hike in the first place. We were already excited, but when we saw signs of snow right at the trailhead, we got even more hyped. For the first 6 kilometers, we just enjoyed the walk through the forest. We took our time, laughing, chatting, soaking in the fresh air, and there was no rush at all.
It's getting cold right now, so we're gonna put on hat.
I feel like
We already, I don't know, 1/5 way through. Yeah, we are here.
when
And
I
how
was a
long?
little boy.
Yep, 17 kilometers.
I spent my days imagining the shape.
So good. Everywhere is snow. We have 6 more kilometers to go to the lake. So sunny here.
Everything takes
Be careful.
of you.
Hey, don't do this. Don't do this to me. Look at her. Look at her. She's trying to throw at me. Don't do this. Love.
Oh, my soul's
cold.
love and fear.
So cute.
If I could lose them.
After the first 6 kilometers through the forest, the mountain views slowly started to reveal themselves. The trail opened up into a wide alpine landscape filled with snow-covered valleys. We were surrounded by mountains in every direction, and it was absolutely breathtaking. But as we kept walking, the trail started getting steeper. Time flew by, but somehow the destination still felt far away.
Look at this view. Wow. And this is a peak that we just passed another peak to go right up there. My really goal is just to come to the lake at the sunset because we started late. Hopefully when we get to the destination it was still a little bit of light for us to watch the view. It gets dark pretty early this day. It gets dark at 4:30 and now it's already 3. So let's go. I don't know, am I at the peak of the mountains? Because over there, far over there, that is river. But in this side, holy crap, wow, I feel like I'm standing on the peak. Everything is just like super close.
As we're standing there, the sun began to set quickly. It was getting darker and darker, and we started to feel the pressure to walk faster. Lines of footprints and ski tracks crisscrossed each other, new ones layered over old ones, intertwined and confusing, making it hard to tell which path was the right one to follow. We were supposed to carefully follow the trail marked by winter poles, but since it was our first time hiking here and we hadn't noticed the poles early on, we ended up turning onto a ski lane instead, and that is when the hike started to get way tougher.
Oh my god, I feel like I just walked to the edge of the mountain and I feel there's a feeling in me that I could fall any moment. It's pretty scary.
The snow below me is soft and mushy. Every time I take a step, my shoes get stuck deep in the snow, making it harder to pull them out and stay balanced. The snow gets into my shoes, melts, and makes my feet wet and numb, not to mention how hard it is to move any faster. We are walking along the edge of a sloping hill, and with just a little distraction, I feel like I could fall and roll all the way down at any moment. By 4:30, the sun was setting. The sky turned orange, then pink, then purple, and it made the view even more magnificent, almost a little surreal. But despite all that beauty, we were still in the middle of nowhere, and the destination felt unreachable. There was when fear and hesitation started to creep in. We began thinking about turning back. With the way we were walking and the condition of the trail, I honestly didn't know when we'd reach the lakes. At that point, I knew we were more than halfway through. We had two choices: either turn around and head back through the forest and get to the car, or keep walking to the end of the trail and spend the night at the shelter there, then hike back the next morning. I had done some research before and I knew there was a shelter, but I wasn't sure if it had heating or anything inside. Still, I thought, we already put in so much effort to get here, and having Kate by my side somehow gave me comfort. So I chose the second option, and we kept moving forward.
Where is shelter? It's already dark, but we are still on our way.
It's getting super dark right now. I'm just gonna say that this is a really difficult, challenging path. You probably cannot see me because it's dark. I could even see stars so clear. The sun is just a little bit down there, and we still have to move forward. The route is difficult. I know that in spring, in summer, in fall, it's gonna be very easy. Even if you're lost at the night, you can see the road very clearly. But now I'm walking on the snow. Anywhere could be the way. There's a lot of footsteps, leads to all kind of direction. And we get lost so many times trying to find the right way get to the destination.
We have phone, my lap, and we are follow the reflection signals, which is on sticks.
5:15 p.m. Pitch dark. I never in my life experienced this kind of darkness, so deep that without the light from my phone, I couldn't even see where to place my next step. Everything around me was just white, but instead of helping, it made it even harder to tell which direction we were going. There were no clear paths, no signs, just endless snow. We dragged ourselves through the mushy snow with freezing, soaked feet. Honestly, I lost count of how many times we stepped wrong and sank deep into the snow. We got lost a few times and had to turn around. Just like that, one person checking the old trails map, one person holding the phone for light, and we kept moving. Never in my life had I felt my survival instinct kick in like that. I forgot how exhausted, how cold, how numb my body was. My mind locked onto one thing: I can't stop, because if I stop here, no one can save me. After hours of dragging one foot after the other, we finally spotted a tiny dot of light far, far in the distance. And in that moment, we knew we had found the shelter. My body finally let go all of the tension because I knew we were now safe. We are at the kitchen. Pretty big. The moment I opened the door, the first thing I felt was the warmth pouring out from the fireplace. It was so warm in there. It literally felt like heaven. Inside, there was a crackling fireplace, soft, warm lights, people chatting quietly, and cozy spots to sit and rest. It felt like we had just stepped into a completely different world, so calm, bright, and cozy, compared to the cold, dark wilderness on the other side of the door.
Gives us every good thing.
7:05 p.m. we arrived. The first thing I did was find a warm spot and take off my shoes and socks. They were completely soaked from the snow. I wrapped my feet in my jacket, trying to heat them up, and then we just sat there on the bench, resting, eating the leftover food we packed for lunch. But honestly, I was so tired I couldn't eat much. My body just wanted to rest.
It's
7 o'clock.
I feel like I knew you then.
Where are we?
We are in elfin shelter. And we are trying to heat up our body. We are going to sleep here. We don't have any mattresses. That's why we will hug each other and trying to heat up the body of ourselves.
Hello. This is like ARSM. We are at the elfin shelter, and I need to speak pretty small because a lot of people here, and we need to respect their space, their privacy. Anyways, so right now it's currently 7:44, and we just got to the elfin, and it went a little bit out of our plan. Actually, our plan is to go to the lake by sunset and then go back to the car. We don't plan to stay here, but oh my god, I feel like right now sitting here, I think it's wrong decision. I mean, like, wrong decision to get here at sunset and come back later, because when it gets dark you don't see anything, and we have 2 phones and we need to use the light at this phone, and that's it. We don't bring anything else. We don't have headlight. I underestimate the darkness at night in the mountain. It's super dark. I don't know why. It's super duper dark. Today when we walking towards the shelter, you could not see anything except the next steps. I feel like I'm so lucky because it's kind of like you could rather die or you could keep going, because there's no way for you to stop in between. It's getting dark, snow is everywhere, nowhere for you even to sit, nowhere for you even to lie down. You need to keep steady moving or else you will die because of coldness and bears. When I was walking towards the shelter, my food is super frozen and cold and wet. The layer of ice is so thick that every step that I made, all of the snow just get into my shoes. And we get lost a few times too. When we got lost, it is the hardest part, because like everywhere you walk is just a deep hole. Every time you make a step, it's deep holes, especially my shoes. I don't know why. You cannot even think of to return back, because at the point at the sunset, we already passed halfway. And if we come back one, we going through the forest, it even get darker, and we still don't see anything to get down. So the way back to the shelter is shorter than the way to the car. So there's no way but to go to the shelter. And the thing is, because we don't plan to stay here overnight, I don't bring so much food, don't bring any matches, don't bring anything. So lucky that there is a shelter at the top of the mountain. Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
How did you find me? The silver.
The time passed so slowly up there on top of the mountain. There was no internet, no distractions. I remember that night we shared a lot of things together. We jumped from one topic to another, mainly reflecting on everything we had just been through and the lessons we learned from it. But when I checked the time, it was only 9 p.m., which felt so early for us to fall asleep. Time passed, and slowly, other people started heading upstairs to sleep, bringing their sleeping pots and mattresses, but we had nothing, just the clothes we had worn since the beginning of the hike. That night was honestly the craziest night I've ever been through in my life. By midnight, the temperature dropped. It got freezing. It was so cold that even the small fireplace couldn't keep the warmth going. We tried to sleep on the bench, but every 30 minutes or so, we wake up shivering. Eventually, we moved closer to the fireplace and curled up on the floor, just trying to get some sleep. But the cold floor and the pain in our backs kept waking us up again and again. We kept telling each other, just wait a little longer. As soon as the sun rises, we will walk back to the car right away. And just like that, we made it through the coldest night of my life. Not much sleep, not much comfort, just the hope that morning would come soon. It was one of those nights that felt endless, but somehow we got through it. Yesterday I slept here. Sometime in this bench, sometime here. It's sunrise right now. Time is 7:30 and we about to go down. Wow. Sunrise. Beautiful. That small cabin is the shelter that we stayed last night. Oh my god. Yesterday I looked so beautiful. Today I look like unbelievable. Our destination is a lake which is already frozen today. It's covered by snow and ice, so you could not see that, but anyway, this is the lake. You look good. The sun is up. Our way to go. Everywhere is snow. As we walked down in the daytime, the rising sun started to heat up the snow, and the trail slowly turned to ice, especially in the shaded areas and the parts shaded with skiers. Kate and I slipped and fell so many times on the way down. Every step had to be taken carefully, but honestly, it was nothing compared to the struggles we had faced the night before. After 4 hours of carefully making our way down, we finally reached the car and finishing up the 11-kilometer trail. This hiking adventure was dangerous, intense, and honestly a huge leap for us, especially since it was our first time attempting a distance like this without much experience. But do I regret it? No, I don't. Because if I never went, I would never seen those breathtaking mountain ranges in every color and shade imaginable. If I didn't go, I wouldn't have discovered how strong I really am when faced with challenges. I feel like I wasn't just climbing mountains, I was conquering the mountain inside me, the fear, the doubts, the mental limits I had set for myself. In the end, this became a memory I'll hold on to forever. Not everyone gets a chance to go through something like this, and to me, it marked just how wild and alive I am in my 20s.